Nope. That didn't work, so you know what. There's our flight music. That's my the what's the word? The substitute for soundtrack player not working as intended. Really annoying. And also I'm not really up to editing all that in post-production. Now, please don't point in that much of an incorrect direction. That would be much appreciated. Now, I didn't really check for how long we have electric charge for, but maybe it's going to be good enough. Should we wait until this isn't red? This one. It might not want to deploy even if it is at that. Like that. But I really don't want to be pointing here either. So please. I don't know if those will survive my engines and whatnot. Oh well. Just how it can be any orbit around the polar, any polar orbit, right? Except that it probably wants our inclination or whatever to be something very close to the polar orbit indeed. That, I think, might even go without saying. And of course I have so many windows that I need here that I don't know. Would this Delta V stats window be better here? Then it might occlude the vessel in some situations. We are climbing. 107. Unfortunately, we don't really have much of a use for... I mean, we wouldn't even have solar panels anyway, so there's really not that much of a point in any case having this stay in orbit, because it will just become orbital debris. Okay, we'll wait a little bit, and in fact, since we'll wait a little bit still more. No. It takes a little bit of time for it to fire, so it confuses me whether it has fired or not. Shall we try this thing for real? I mean, we seem to... Is this enough? Is this going to be enough? I would really want to be more certain of that. I'm still having a bit of trouble actually reading this map screen here. It seems like that is... Which way are we even going? That or that way? Seeing that our apoapsis is ahead of us, yeah, I suppose it's that way then? And it's not the correct direction, I suppose then. Ah. Oh well. Would we have enough? It is 2527 in that stage 3. And it's got pretty decent sea level thrust as well. Not that we really care about sea level thrust, it's this, I suppose, that we are more interested in. Another simulation, I suppose. Or I could try put it in an orbit. Whatever. I suppose it says N here for north, so I should be pressing W to turn, not S, if I want to go to the north. By the way, I shouldn't be really doing this night launches. You can't see that well. There's so much things to take into account, it's ridiculous. So many things, I suppose, is the correct way. Alright, now we can turn. A little bit late, but it's better than never. I suppose I could put it into a little bit of a time warp, even that seems to be making it unstable. We have a lot of aerodynamic forces, 41 kPa. Kilopascals, I suppose. And that might be what's making it harder to control as well. Because we are pushed backward, in like, kind of. Or Maybe because we weren't directly pointed at our what's that called? Prograde. That also gives a bit of an angle there. Come on, come on. I suppose that's good enough. Here I need 3 presses of a space bar, so that might confuse me also. It might be a bit problematic. What did it say there? I'm sure it said something. We are flying high over Earth's poles, but maybe we've collected all the science from there then? I suppose that's right, because we had those different vessels. Those science gathering vessels in that boring science gathering episode. Ah, here we can actually get something new. And Geiger counter Earth flying high over shores recorded, and what's not. So do we actually need to land with these things or whatever? Oh no, don't tell me. Where could I see that? Also there, point there. Much better. This is our guidance unit. We are losing data? Are we transmitting it? Question mark? Flag the file for transmission to DSN. Yes, now I did it correctly. However, too soon though, since I was distracted. So it really takes a long time to transmit now. No. Let's transmit with this much smaller package. First of all. Now then, will we? I think we will have enough. Three minutes and what not to. There. We have like a 6,000 still. We should have plenty. Let's test that still. I mean, this isn't the optimal place to burn and whatnot, but still. Now point the retrograde to see. Yup, we can indeed. And we can like do this a whole lot of times, but now we had vapor in feed lines because I suppose it's engine vapor that time. So now well, we just had to burn these separation motors to get that. Yeah, I think this might indeed work for us. Only that these things 180, 128. It's going to take ages to transmit these. It's really making it even more difficult, this Kerbalism. Fun times ahead, in other words. Okay, Sattleroid, you make me proud. Let's build like 2 of those. Just in case, of course. We are in the correct place, right? I think we must be at that polar thing. Yeah. We'll be getting a bigger launch pad also. Is there anything that I might want to research? This staged combustion might give me decent things, but also it needs basic construction and maybe even basic solids. Yes, basic construction, it needs that one. So really, that's a pretty big priority. It also gives me not really anything all that interesting, but it's a necessary one. Will we get the staged combustion after? However, this stability and early probes thing is really nice, it seems. Solar panels. Finally. Finally solar panels. So maybe we'll do that next. Well, survivability, basic avionics. So this will give me access to stability / early probes, this basic avionics. So let's do that one now. Okay, I suppose it's time to time warp a little bit. Let's get the stability / early probe. That sounds like a pretty nice one to have. Survivability also maybe, so we don't have to. Maybe if it's in orbit. I pressed the wrong place. It's a good way to check that we are actually in the correct launch site. Okay, we'll be getting the bigger launch pad soon. This is already at level 2. Also. Okay, 88 days until that completes. I might just also wait for that to finish, since I've not had such a great track record of actually launching these things correctly. Successfully, even. Yeah, let's get another one of those, but we don't need to start construction constructing yet another one, I don't feel like. So let's get that polar mission. Not under milestones, it would be under... Actually, we can probably do this, yes, most definitely. Early satellite, first solar panel, and this one. Yes, we don't really have a generate solar power unlocked yet. Yeah, so there we go. Are we missing anything? I don't think so. Well, our staging could be better, but let's not risk it. Risk trying to even do anything about that. And we want to press W. No. Okay, and let's bring up those contracts also. They are here. First polar orbit satellite. Should be very doable. Hopefully. Hey, these are new vessel and uncrewed. That's also important to know this. For those manned mission enthusiasts. Let's bring up our charge as well. Now we can rotate as well. Let's point that way or something, so... Our Q is rising. Q was a pretty fun character in Star Trek as well. But not such a fun character in the alphabet. Nobody really likes Q. There. It's the second least used letter in the English language. Right after Z. And also some keyboard shortcuts like Control Q in Firefox or whatever are not to my liking, let's say. I really hate closing a Firefox accidentally like that. Alright, let's start up. And the third key press. There. Perfect. We are on our way to a polar orbit. This perhaps number. Maybe I should also be making sure it doesn't go too ridiculous. This time to apoapsis. So much things to take care of. So many things. Somehow that's a difficult thing to say correctly. Okay, let's point like, I don't know, like there. Where's the thing that says that what we are transmitting? Nice telemetry. Ah, here, data. We want to be transmitting that one first. Ah, yes, and our time to apoapsis is getting high. We would also like to get into like 150 kilometers also. So that's a bit of a balancing act. Also, what's our... We don't have the inclination between those two numbers, at least. Where's the inclination? 88 degrees. Well, we do have it, but... we are firing off these momentarily. Did you fire? No, you didn't fire. It's always confusing. There's a bit of a delay before you can use the press bar. You stage again. Telemetry, temperature, and Geiger counter. We want to have all of those ones. And also not lose our time to apoapsis that quickly. That would also be preferable. Okay, that seems to be pretty nice. If we are gaining apoapsis, I would prefer not to. Okay, did we do it? Yes, we have done it! First polar orbit satellite, finally! And it says we are under acceleration though. It's... we can actually do these things. Let's see here. I would like this Principia physics warp to kind of edit it a little bit. It is a physics warp, yes. Shall we use... shall we use the lossless physics warp? I think so, yeah, since it gives me that option to... Let's see here. Will this work? Actually, I'm kind of scared about that 100 one. Yeah. Let's put it like 5, 25, 125 maybe for now.